Greetings and salutations in our distance. This is Wolfphototech, and here we go with another starter set at overview/review unboxing, or unboxing overview review. This time it is Numenera starter set, and it's a really nice little box. However, this box is unlike most other starter boxes. It's not a top lid off, but this is actually a fold open top one. This is actually I don't know why Monty Cook went with this style of starter box. I prefer the starter boxes where you can take the lid off and you can use them as trays. That is a nice feature on a lot of starter boxes. On the back there is a quick list of what all is included in this box, with a picture, one rule book, one adventure book, one poster map, 5 pre-generated characters, 2 dice, 10 XP cards, 12 GM intrusion cards, 1 cheat sheet. So there we go. In this box, there's this dumb little space holder. I almost want to deduct points. In Monty Cook, I almost want to deduct points for your dumb little spacer. You got 2 dice. You got a D20 and a D6. Rather simple. Numenera is known for its extremely simplified, story-centric system. I spooked the shit out of myself. Pull out Rune Quest box. Put this back over here. That's my... So there you got the starter set back in here. I'm going to push this back in here. These are the intrusion cards, or the GM intrusion cards and XP cards. These are just handy little cards that grant the GM, or have suggestions for GM intrusions while you're playing, that complicate and expand the situation. And then there's these experience cards, or it's whenever your player does a thing that they earn experience, you give them one of these cards. When they earn up enough cards, or they can level up a component or aspect of their character and put experience into one of their traits. There's a specific set of terminology that Numenera uses for various things, like I think it's like verbs, adjectives, and other stuff like that. However, I am completely blanking at this moment as to what that would be called. I do not know why I'm blanking at this moment. It's literally one of those moments. I could look over this sheet, and Karis the Swift Glaive wields 2 weapons at once. There's your character. This is your pre-made character. The front side with the character portrait is your basic character story and traits and characteristics, mostly just role-playing stuff. There's 2 types of role-playing. There's role-playing and role-playing. One with 1 L and an E, and the other with 2 L's. And technically they're both an LE role-playing type, because whenever you even role-play, you still are role-playing, okay? And then on the back side is your character stats. It's a really simple system. It doesn't take much. You got might, speed, intellect. You got your skills, your special abilities, attacks and armor, ciphers, oddities, equipment. You're an action list. All basic stuff. Numenera is very much oriented towards thematics, as opposed to crunchy, deep mechanical stuff. And a good deal of the gaming community that enjoys Numenera specifically play Numenera for the fact that it is like 3 stats. There's not a whole lot you have to really worry about. It just adds a die to your skill set as you go along with it. So better your score, the more dice you can roll in, put into it. This is your, oh dear, I forgot that was in there. This is the before you start sheet. This is supposed to be the thing on very top that helps you understand what is included in here, and it describes everything. And then this second sheet is this little tiny sheet is your cheats sheet. This is very telling for how simple Numenera is, as you don't even need an entire sheet. They can give you a half a sheet. They can give you half a sheet, or slightly less than half a sheet, and print on both sides. I would have much rather if they gave a whole sheet and had all the information on both sides on one side. That way you only need to look at one side of a sheet to get all your mechanics. If you're going to make it simple on purpose, you might as well go all the way and make it even simpler. This is your handy dandy map for your little mini adventure. You got Starter Set Book 1. This is your basic rules book that describes how the game system works. Yet again, it's in that sci-fi superhero-esque. It's sci-fi, but the energy of the game system is more superhero-esque in nature. The system has a lot of artwork. They really put a lot of artwork in here. Sorry, they're thinking to turn my light around. I forgot to actually turn my light away from myself so it doesn't illuminate myself and ruin the quality of the image. More artwork. And as I said, it describes pretty much the entire system in this book. That's just how how simplified it is. It doesn't have the more advanced mechanics in it, but at the same time, there is not a whole lot of more advanced and stuff in Numenera. There's the full rule book right there. And then this is the second book. This is the actual adventure book that goes over the actual adventure. This is the Game Master section at the front. And then it starts you into the adventure. Got... That almost looks like a freaky parrot on the back, but it's not. Got various things in the back. Ciphers. And so forth. Another Game Master section because the adventure is really short. Some creepy ass creatures. And that's it. Overall, as a game system is concerned, and a starter set, there is a nice little description sheet going over it. You got a nice little cheat sheet that pretty much covers what you need to know for the system. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters, which is a good starting selection of characters for a gaming system that you're new to. If you had the bare minimum of 4, that's going to be a little strict. It might be better if they had a 6th or 7th one in there. You got yourself a map, but it's only one-sided. You have a very beautiful book that is only approximately 33 pages long. This contains all the core rules for your adventure. And then you have a second game book that's only 33 pages long that is only really for the adventure itself, as well as some game mastering tips. Yet again, beautiful artwork. But this is actually one of the few cases where this does not overtake Dungeons and Dragons in 5th edition in quality. Oh yeah, I forgot. You also have these XP cards and GM intrusion cards, and you got 2 game dice. Which, these are just basically the game dice you truly need. You might want to have more D6s in your collection, because things get more complex as you play. You need more D6s. As far as I understand the system with my limited experience with it. This starter set is a little underwhelming. It takes up very little. The books take up very little of the box itself. Most of the box is that little barrier in there. So my thing is, I'm going to say that this is probably the weakest of the non-Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition starter sets. Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition wins this one. But anyways, yeah. It's probably like a 3-star. Yet again, I don't like the fact that this is one of those boxes where you pull everything out of the top. And it's relatively thin, but there's very little stuff inside of it. It's mostly a big spacer in there. So, yeah, it's 3 stars. It's a really simple system, but there really isn't a whole lot to this box. You do get some nice cheat sheets in here, but it's a really simple system, and it would have been nice if they had multiple of those cheat sheets. That we can hand them out to multiple players. Yeah, this no game master screen, no multiple cheat sheets. Poor idea design for the box being, pull everything out of the top, mostly taken up by cardboard spacer, which is material wasteful. It's 3 stars. It is overall nice artwork and everything else. All the stuff in there is nice. There's a lot of one-sided sheets and other stuff like that, and waste of material inside the box. It's 3 stars. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and tell me why in the comments below. And by the way, it says 3 to 6 players, even though there's 5 character sheets. I'm guessing they're counting the game master or the game referee in that number, but okay. See you next time.